Hi everyone and welcome back. Today I'm going to be working in this garden bed right here that I created last year, and I absolutely love it, but it needs a little bit of TLC. I need to pull out some weeds, and then I also need to deadhead all of the spent flowers from my bee balm. Then right around in this area right here, I'm going to be planting some stonecrop Sedum, and I am also going to be planting some obedient plants. And then I'm going to go over to my porch garden that I filmed last week so that I can go ahead and swap out a plant. I'm going to be swapping out a Yucca plant for the bog lavender, and I will talk more about those as I get there. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to place a plant so you can see what it's going to look like. And then I'm going to go ahead and start planting and pull out the weeds that are around there. And if you guys haven't already, please don't forget to give me a big like if you really enjoy this video. And also don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notification button so you catch me going forward. Now, somebody mentioned if I could share some of the tools that I used, and so I'm going to do that real quick. This is actually a very new toy, and this is called an expander. It's kind of the same thing like the grandma or grandpa claw, but I love this so much better. I actually have that other one, and this is by far better because once you pull the weed, pull the weed out, then you can just retract it and throw it off. And you don't have to do anything but just pull it out this way. Now this is by, who is this by? It's by Fiskars. And what I really like about this company is that all their tools are lifetime warranty. So I got this at Home Depot, probably paid about $50 for it. This collapsible bag here, you can find them on Amazon. This is, I think, a 32-ounce one. And I like this smaller one because, it's easy to lift. When I'm working, I really actually need to get another one. And then this is just a pull shovel. I've had it for many, many years. I really don't even know the brand name, but you can probably find them in any hardware store or Home Depot. So those are the tools that I'm going to be using. Then last, I've got a cart here. I really like this. I like it because it, it can collapse out in every direction. The walls fall down. To be honest with you, I don't even know the name of the brand. I think I got it at Ace Hardware, but I'm sure you can find them in Home Depot as well. So anyway, that's the tools that I'm going to be using, along with just a little trowel that I've had for a long time, and then some, these ones here are Corona nippers, and I really, really like them. I use another brand too, but today I'm going to be using this one. So I will list them down below, and I'm not getting any revenue from this. This is not promotional. Somebody just wanted me to share what tools I use, so there you have it. Okay, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Okay guys, I'm completely done. It's gonna look beautiful come summertime. Right now the plants are really small, but over time it's gonna fill in this spot really beautifully, and it's gonna have both spring and summer colors. With the candy tuft, it's already starting with spring. So this is what it looks like now. But yeah, the stonecrop Sedum right here, that's all going to get really nice and big right here. Even over the summer months, it's going to grow tremendously, and that's going to look beautiful in front of the butterfly bush over here, because that's going to get about 3 feet wide, maybe 4 feet tall. And then of course you saw how tall the bee balm gets, and that's going to tower really nicely. And all these plants require full sun. And then right here is where I did all of the obedient plant. And this is going to get tall, because that's going to get about 3 or 4 feet tall. So if you imagine having the bee balm being tall and this being tall, it's just going to balance this whole area out. And then I'll bring some annuals right around here come summertime. And then I went ahead and cleaned it all the way around, because the back side here, this area right here does get a little bit more shade than the forefront, but I can't plant hostas there because I do get deer that come onto the property, and they probably will munch on that. So most of these plants that are here are all deer resistant. So I'm pretty happy with the end results. Okay, so now that this is completely done, let's go over to the porch garden and let's swap out that lavender and put a yucca plant in its place. It's the bog lavender over here. That is only going to get about 10 inches tall, about maybe a foot wide. So what I think I'm going to do is put it over here, because it's going to look really pretty over here, kind of like a heather. And it's not going to get big, but it's going to be beautiful, and it requires full sun, and it's going to get that being over here. Now in its place, what I want to do is I'm going to replace it with the yucca plant. This yucca plant is going to get about 48 inches tall. So it's going to be tall enough that all these marigolds, once they grow, because they grow probably a couple feet tall, it's not going to block the view of this. Now maybe initially it will, but over time it will not. And then this will bloom like late summer, mid to late summer. And it accepts well-drained soil. Let me see what else it needs. Oh, it's a zone from 5 to 10, so it's pretty hardy. And I had it outside all winter, and it did fine. So this is a great plant, and it's just beautiful in color. And I love yucca plants. I always have, but I just didn't have the sun requirements in my Portland home to grow one. So, I mean, I did have one in the driveway, but it really wasn't mine. It was the neighbor's. It just kind of made it to the other side of the fence, and nobody really got to see it because it was in the driveway. But this, I'll be able to see it, and it's going to look beautiful there. So I'm going to go ahead and swap those two out. Now, I'm not adding fertilizer to any of these, mainly because there is already fertilizer around the plant in the pot, so I'm just using that. Later on in the year, I will. The roots look really good on this, but yeah, there's already fertilizer down here. So I'm not even going to bother to add more. Okay, so now that this is done, let's go check out what Brad is doing. I enlisted him to kind of help me take care of my shade garden. And so let's go check him out. But isn't this gonna look gorgeous? Yeah, I love it. Now I keep all my name tags on there because it really helps me to remember them and just to know what the requirements are as far as watering once I start putting my irrigation system in. Yucca plants are kind of like a cactus anyway. If you're familiar with yucca plants, you might already know that. But yeah, they can survive with very little water. So yeah, okay. That's gonna look beautiful there. Okay, let's go check out what Brad's doing over here. Now I did come out here earlier and I pulled out a lot of the blackberry bushes that were coming up around my plants, just so that he could distinguish where my plants really were. And this way, none of them got pulled up. Now I won't give you a garden tour. I just want to show you what he's doing. How you doing, babe?
Good.
You doing good?
Making some progress.
Yeah, so what he's doing right now is just picking up a lot of the debris that was in the middle. And then he's gonna end up kind of pulling some of these little starters there. A lot of them are from this tree right here. These evergreens, they spill out some little seedlings. So he's gonna pull those out and then he's gonna add bark. And then I'll bring you to this. But yeah, looking really good, babe. Thank you so much. I wasn't gonna do this today, but I thought, you know what? I'm gonna be leaving town because I'm going to be going in the next couple days. And I'm going to be picking up a statue, which is a weather vane. And I'm excited to show you that, and I'm excited to show you what I'm going to do in this backyard. So what I'm going to do here in this garden is that I'm going to plant some Caryopteris. And this, I don't know if you guys are familiar with it or not, but this is really hardy down to zone 5, probably 5 to 9. And it requires full sun, and it starts to bloom like mid-summer all the way into fall. This will get about, at full maturity, up to 3 feet tall and wide. So this is going to be beautiful. It's got beautiful blue flowers, so what's there not to like? So yeah, and so this one I'm going to put right here because I think it's going to fill in this spot really beautifully. And then right over in this area right over here, I had some Dianthus that I had planted from over in that other garden over here. This one actually got munched on from with the gophers, and so it's pretty much dead. So I'm going to replace it with this stonecrop Sedum. And then back there where you see that stick, I'm going to add some more lilies. These ones are called hot chocolate blend. Look at that. Now these are zoned from 3 to 9. And let's see, the height gets about 44 inches in height. And it does require full sun, so it's going to be perfect for that area. And then that'll just kind of be my height over there. My bee balm on both sides are coming back beautifully. I did have one Dianthus that's still surviving. And then I've got some summer, or I mean not summer, but spring bulbs over here. I believe they are hyacinths. I'm going to say they're hyacinths. I don't know because I transplanted them to where they are now, but we'll find out what they really are because I didn't plant them initially, I should say. So yeah, let me get started. Let me finish this off real quick. Roots look really healthy. Again, I'm not going to put any fertilizer because it has fertilizer in it. And this is also deer resistant, you guys. So it's really pretty nice plant. Oh my gosh, it was re-rooting. I put it back in the ground because the roots were completely eaten by the gopher. And I buried it thinking, oh, maybe it'll re-root. And it did. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to go ahead and add it to this Dianthus over here. And yeah, but I still want to, and it looks like there's more down here. Look at that. Oh my God. Yeah. I don't know what I was thinking, but yeah, anyway, out with that. But there is a gopher hole in here. I'm gonna try to put a rock or something. I couldn't find a rock, but I found some toys. So I'm gonna put a stick down there, bury that baby in there. Yeah, and then I'll just put this Dianthus here. And I'll trim that. What are you doing, buddy? Okay, now for the lilies. Yeah. Now these lily bulbs have to be planted at least, let's see, a bulb per square foot. But, you know what, I'm just going to plant them. And they say about 6 inches, but I'm going to go about 8 inches. I'll move that guy. It looks better over there. So let me show you where everything is. So again, these are, I believe, hyacinths, but I'm not 100% sure. These bulbs were already in this area right here. They just happen to be kind of in the center point. And I moved them out so that they could actually be in the forefront. Once those die down after springtime, then I'll plant some annuals or something right in this area. But I moved over the Dianthus because it looked like it re-rooted. So I put it over here with the other one. Added the stonecrop Sedum right over here. That's going to fill in this little area really nicely. And then back here, I added 3 lilies, chocolate lilies. And then right here, hopefully you can see, but that's my bee balm. That's one of the bee balms over here. And there is a few of them growing over in this side. So, yeah. So this took the transplant really nicely over the winter months. And then the lilies are growing. I will be cutting that stem off. And then right here is that Caryopteris over here. And then right here is more of the bee balm. And I am so happy. This is going to have some height. And then I have right here a hollyhock. And then it looks like some more annuals that are coming up. But yeah, that's where everything is. And come summer, this is going to look really pretty. And I can't wait to see that. Okay, you guys, it's late, as always. And I'm done with all 3 gardens. And I'm so happy with each one of them. At the very end of this video, I'm going to go ahead and walk you through each individual garden. And hope you enjoyed it. Anyway, you guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Love you.